Yes.
Who is on the next edition of the Chronicles of Podcast this week?
This week we throw open the doors of the podcast to Mr. Adam Gregory.
Pray tell, who is this?
Pray tell, Mr. Adam Gregory is one of the directors in charge of the Bloodstock Open Air Festival held every August here in good old Blighty.
Blighty?
The UK.
Oh, is that a word for it?
Yeah, have you never heard that before?
No, I've never heard that before in my life. I thought it was about Brighton. It's like it's nowhere near Brighton, Jamie.
No, it's not in Brighton. It's in Derby.
Blighty? Anyway.
God, we've never heard Blighty before. Anyway, yes, Mr. Adam Gregory is one of the people in charge of the Bloodstock Festival. His dad is the man that started it, and he is here with us this week to tell us all about the festival and all the amazing things they do and all the stuff that goes into running a huge metal festival. It's awesome.
Exactly. Adam was very forthcoming, a wonderful human. We had a right laugh. It was great interview. All about the origin story of Bloodstock Festival with his father, the things they do there, the work they put into it, the things that you really wouldn't think about as well, like fencing and flooring, for example.
Yeah.
All the work that goes into it is absolutely unbelievable. This is one you really do not want to miss.
Not at all. But he likes to lean back on his chair, fall off, compose himself, and say things like this.
And they were reminiscing on the old Monsters of Rock days and things like that. And it was just mentioned that he said, there's nowhere you can go now in the UK that's got proper rock metal bands that you can go and have a good old sort of festival kind of show. And somebody said to him, Ben, they'd had a few beers at this point, and somebody sort of mentioned, yeah, well, you should start one, Paul. Knowing that with my dad is an artist, so he's very much fire from the hip. You know, if an idea pops in his head, doesn't need a lot of thought. If he knows it's a good idea, just do it. And that's kind of what he did. He basically was just moseyed on over to the assembly rooms and booked the venue for the following year. It was, no idea at all.
And then he speaks to a few of his teammates, books a certain bands, gets them one of his favourites, loves it, and says things like this.
I think it's important to remember we are a metal festival. We're not although we started as a power metal festival at the time, we're not a specific genre of metal type festival. Metal is metal, and it comes in all so many different forms, and we need to be able to showcase that as broadly as we can. I love hearing the stories of people that have been to the festival and they've seen such and such a band for the first time. And, I didn't think it was my cup of tea, but actually live, they blew me away and all that type of stuff. They're the best things. They're the great stories because you're changing people's perceptions.
Yeah.
And you're allowing people to sort of absorb something that, well, let's be honest, they probably wouldn't have had the opportunity to do.
Then he likes to stand in the middle of the crowd, front the horns, and say things like this.
But what we wanted Bloodstock to be, and this is where Sophie and the foundation came into play, was we wanted it to be a safe place. We wanted it to be inclusive, where everybody could be themselves without fear of prejudice or anything else. So, we will take any form of abuse at the festival, in the build-up to the festival, if it's surrounding anything that any of our assets that we're involved with, we take that extremely seriously, and we do not want to see it. And there'll be whatever punishment we can administer for those people that cross that line, we will do, whether it be lifetime bans, whether it be police involvement, if that's required. We just want people to come and enjoy themselves. You shouldn't have to live your life under a level of persecution from anything or anybody because of music or dress code or anything else.
That's right, guys. The Chronicles of Adam Gregory out this Friday at 6 p.m. UK time.
Be there or be a pentagram, because metal.
I think I'm definitely going to go for a cuboid this week, Jamie.
Ooh, very retro.